For the Cowboys, they're coming off of a 21-point comeback against the Philadelphia Eagles, and they yet again shocked the football world, defeating the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes 31-28 on Thanksgiving Day. The Cowboys have now re-entered the playoff race, and Dak has got to be square in the MVP voting. And the big news is, are the Chiefs in real trouble, and can they actually miss the playoffs? All right, so here we go. Fun fact, Dak Prescott is currently second in the league in touchdowns, and funner fact, first in the league in yards. Now, some games have to be played as I'm recording this. It's Sunday morning, but still, that's really, really impressive stuff, and why Cowboy fans want him in the MVP race. Scoring situation, the Chiefs are actually up 7-0 at this point. This is 3rd and 10, and there's 6:50 left in the first quarter. And how do I feel right now? I mean, I'm feeling a little smug. I can't lie, because earlier, the reason the Chiefs are up is because Dak threw an interception. I was watching with a bunch of Cowboys fans, so I'm thinking, all right, the Chiefs are going to enact some, I don't know, weird kind of revenge, and here we go. And one reason that Dak has so many touchdowns has been this guy, Jake Ferguson at tight end. He's been a terror down here. What you're going to see actually on this play, Jake is going to actually run up here, right down the middle, and you're going to get a seam and then an out to CD, right? That line up there is disgusting. But anyway, you get what the point is. He's going straight up. What that's going to do is that's going to draw this safety in and create a one-on-one, which I'm sure the Chiefs are fine with, because this guy up top is Trent McDuffie. But as you watch that relationship, right, as you look clearly as the play goes on, not what they wanted. And I mean, this right here, I mean, Dak's looking up here, and this throw is just great. I mean, CD wins the route one-on-one on Trent McDuffie. Just a beautiful win. Huge throw, great catch. And I mean, we're going to watch this again. Something you don't see. Trent McDuffie is a 2-time All-Pro. He's been a huge part in the Chiefs winning Super Bowls. And what you don't see is a lot of people do this to him. I mean, he made him slip. He made him go down to the ground and fall toward the end of this route. And yeah, I mean, right there, you see the fall, the slip. Yikes. Not great. I mean, he's right there on the ground, CD up. And then what you're going to see from CD, I mean, he's loving it. He's happy. You're going to see a little Selly John. Like, that is a huge play, specifically on a 3rd and 10 to dial that up. It's basically a seam and a deep go. Trent can't let this guy go over. We'll watch it one more time. Trent cannot let him beat him deep. Maybe he's expecting like a comeback route here, but the Cowboys say bunk that. We're going in the end. I mean, look at where Jake ends up. Jake ends up in the end zone. Now these two guys are underneath, right? And maybe you want the safety to pass this off over here, but you don't have any problems against most teams with this matchup up top. However, like we saw, I mean, CD just owns it up top. That is an unbelievable route. Great throw, great touchdown, and that ties up the game. All right, so fun fact, you can't see it on the screen, but number 43 is Malik Davis, and his longest run of the year heading into this play was 21 yards earlier in the year. Scoring situation is 14-10 Chiefs. They've retaken the lead, 2nd and 1 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. And honestly, I'm pretty happy. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, by the way, guys. I don't like either one of these teams, but it's Thanksgiving. I'm having a good time. This has been an explosive game, and this is what we wanted to come and watch. So something that I want people to remember, because I didn't think that Brian Schottenheimer was going to work. However, one thing he did while he was an offensive coordinator in his long career was with the Jets. He got them the conference championship twice with Mark Sanchez because of a pounding run game. And you're going to see it in effect right here. You're going to see the pulling tight end come over, actually block this guy on the edge. What that does, that allows everyone to kind of slide inside. And then Lupke right here picks up Bolton, and that's going to spring him. This is incredible blocking, right? Like, as you watch that motion, the Lupke block, boom. And now what you have is you have a seam. That is just absolutely great blocking, great play call too. They came out in the pistol because this guy, Dak, has been out here cooking throwing the football. Now you get the ability to run. You see Chris Jones. He actually took the outside route looking to actually get to the passer, and now he's out of position. And now you get Malik Davis 1-on-1. And this move, man, this is just incredible speed to go outside this way, kind of cook that defender right here and get to back to the inside, the outside to the left, and then take off. An incredible run from Malik Davis. As we watch it again, we just want to look at those couple of things. I mean, you see Chris Jones, he's all the way out here. This is his gap, right? And then this block, boom. Like that's an incredible block from Lupe to set that up, or Lucky to set that up. And then Malik Davis just going over here, taking off with that one-on-one with the safety. Just great play calling and then great execution from Malik Davis. I didn't know, bro, was this fast. And I love Javonte Williams. I don't know if Javonte is quite taking off in this fashion, you know what I mean, on this play. And I mean, that was just amazing from the go. Take that off, take a 17-14 lead, and do what I thought they couldn't, which was run the ball on the Chiefs. Sidebar, no reaction, but here's the reaction.
That was easy.
It was way too, let me turn this the right way, easy for the Cowboys to get that run. And really the takeaway for me is more the Chiefs. I made a point saying that the Chiefs would be able to stop the Cowboys run game. Maybe I'm stuck in the past, because that is what the Chiefs have been able to do. And I thought that was going to help propel them to this win. Now, did Dak play great? Absolutely. But the Cowboys' ability to run the ball and that huge running play is just something the Chiefs in previous years did not allow. But that defense, I've mentioned it in earlier videos, they are not the same. They're a little bit broken. Time of possession has helped them out in some games. I mean, they shut out the Raiders, so, you know, that helped their points per game. I think they were 4th coming in. But that defense has been leaky all year. We've seen it against Josh Allen. We saw it against Herbert, and now we see it again here against Dak. And the fact that they were able to run the ball for that huge play is just something that defense would never allow. Chris Jones would not have to jump outside and make plays. But remember, Trent McDuffie's getting beat on the outside, and once it rains, it pours. And that is the problem for this Chiefs team now, is it's happening a little bit on both sides of the ball with some Mahomes turnovers, but mainly the defense just is not the same as they've been in the previous 3 years. Fun fact, we said it last week, we're saying it again, George Pickens is still 2nd in the league in receiving yards with 1,142. JSN obviously first. I mean, he's just an absolute animal, but Pickens being 2nd in the league and getting him for a 3rd round pick was an excellent move from Jerry. Can't even lie. Score and situation, it is 21-20. The Chiefs yet again have the lead, and the Cowboys just keep fighting back. 3rd and 8 on this play. 13 minutes and 41 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And right now I'm staring. I am locked in. This has been a great game start to finish. Both quarterbacks putting on a show. And we are focused, man. Guys, I can't lie. This play got me hyped the more I'm watching it in the film. First off, you're going to see up top is going to be a little mesh and a cross over here. Pickens going to run a slant. So what you're kind of expecting is for these guys to maybe collide, TD to get open underneath on this route and kind of take it, you know what I mean, up the field this way. Now what the Chiefs are doing, Spagnuolo 3rd and 8, you can feel it. They are getting a little desperate. They decide, all right, you know what, we're bringing everybody. We're blitzing all these guys. They're going to come up here. They're going to blitz or try to send pressure, get to Dak and disrupt things, because right now our coverage just isn't doing the job. But what you're going to see, and I'm going to get rid of it, but remember, you got that motion crosser. Again, all these guys blitzing. We know that. And then Pickens up here. And Dak's ability to read this is crazy. Like, look at this. And there's just a couple components that make this so interesting to me as you see it. But the fact that Pickens got that open this quick, right, to give Dak that open angle, right? And this guy, I think CD, he might be open too, but Pickens gets open, right, underneath, boom, and then just the ability, man. I mean, my gosh. So and we'll go back more into that, but then he takes it down the field. Don't worry, I'll show you guys that again. That is an impressive play from Dak to get rid of it. And yeah, I mean, this is amazing, and I can't wait to show you guys the other angle, because I'm going to be honest. You see that hurdle. The hurdle was crazy, and you might think that was because, remember, you got these guys blitzing, boom, boom, boom. You're like, Dak has to get rid of this fast to the hot read, and Pickens manages to get open. But here's what's crazy about this. Look at this, all right? So he catches it. Watch this guy up top fly this way as Pickens goes the other way. I mean, that's just crazy stuff. He stops on a dime, guys. I actually, the more I watch this, think this is more impressive than, I mean, maybe it's not more impressive than the hurdle, but the ability to just stop, boom, and then catch this guy, make him fall like he's on a banana peel, turn back, and then just the speed to just, the cut right there, get down the sideline. And then, I mean, at this point, his X factor is locked in. It's a Madden thing, if you guys don't know. It means he is locked and loaded. I mean, let's just go airborne on you, buddy. Oh, my gosh. Yikes. I mean, bro, what a play, Pickens. We got to watch that hurdle again. That was unbelievable. Huge play for them. And I can't help but be amazed because that was just a spectacular. One more time, man. That was just a spectacular play from him and the Cowboys when they needed the most, down one in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? On 3rd and 8 blitz, and everyone needed to make a great play, and they did. All right, fun fact, Rashee Rice in this game has 8 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He went off, and he was really trying to keep the Chiefs in this football game. Scoring situation, 28-21 Cowboys. They finally have a lead. 3rd and 8 now for the Chiefs with 9 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And I am wide-eyed. I'm amazed at the game that I'm watching and how big it feels on Thanksgiving, and just excited to see like what Mahomes can possibly do here. All right, guys, so what you're going to see here, before this happened, Rashee Rice ran a little motion. No one followed him, and as we know, that's one reason you do that is to identify that it is a zone coverage. So Patty should know that this is zone, and you're going to see kind of right here, this is where the action is. And I think there's a couple interesting things, right? Like, Mahomes has been on fire this game. You can see he's kind of looking down the field, but right here he's kind of pat the ball, and then he comes back to Rashee Rice right there, and oof. Just a heartbreaking drop right there as we look at it again. Right, I can't really even say it's a bad throw, because the reason what you're trying to do is you're trying to kind of lead him back inside away from this defender down low, right? Now, did he need to do that? I don't know, but it did end up maybe coming in a little bit farther than he wanted it to. But Rashee, that hits you in the hands, right? Like, you got to catch it. I'm going to draw the arrow a little bit up, a little higher, so you guys can see the actual play there. But as you see, like, Rashee, you got to catch that ball. That's just tough right there. And that's a huge one. They end up having to punt after this. And in a game when you need to go out there, you need to continue to drive down the field. People wanted to see the light shows, we said. Like, that just can't happen for you on the road, down 7 on a 3rd down. Sidebar, a few things that happened to the Chiefs in this game. One, Patrick Mahomes was amazing. I think he was great. He had 4 touchdowns. He was doing Mahomes stuff where he was just running around, throwing it back across the body. Like, crazy throws. There was one where he's sliding out of bounds, and I was like, oh my God, Mahomes, like, what the heck? And it was like a 50-yard play. Can't show it to you, though, because they lost the game. And I think what's happening, obviously, is, I mean, I'll take it back to a Joker quote. Love the Dark Knight, and that offense is so high-powered. Patrick Mahomes wanted this offense to be explosive, to go out there and be able to get points. Maybe it was the media noise. Like, he said he was frustrated. I mean, there were quotes, you know what I mean, circulating about how he wanted to get back and go out and have an explosive offense. But like the Joker told the Dark Knight when he was getting interrogated, nothing to threaten me with all your strength. Offense is great. You need to get stops. We've seen them over the last couple years. Rashee Rice, 2nd-round pick. Xavier Worthy, 1st-round pick last year. Josh Simmons, 1st-round pick this year. Now, Josh Simmons had a tough game. Bunch of penalties that kind of cost him. Chiefs as a whole, 120 penalty yards A lot of undiscipline out there, and a lot of it was affecting the offense, and sometimes they couldn't move. And then a lot of PI. I mean, Trent McDuffie was getting cooked out there. I can't lie. But all that being said, the quote remains that the Chiefs' offense can be as explosive as it wants to be. The secret that's not so secret about the dynasty was that they traded Tyreek Hill, they built up the defense with Trent McDuffie, and they also had L'Jarius Sneed over there as well. And they were able to stop you on defense in big moments, in big games. That just has not been the case this year, and their defense has been getting shredded. So for Mahomes and this offense now, you see that drop right there. You now have to be perfect. They kept scoring in this game. Like we kept showing you guys, they had the lead, but they couldn't really put it away because the defense couldn't get stops and get the ball back to the offense in those good positions. And, I mean, I just got to be honest. It's a double-edged sword, right? Be careful what you wish for, right? Because you're going to end up getting it a lot of times. Fun fact, this would end up being CeeDee Lamb's fourth 100-yard catch game of the season, which is amazing because he's played in 8 games. So half of his games he has played in this year, he has gotten over 100 yards. Scoring situation, this is actually 2 plays after that drop. It was a punt, and then the Cowboys now have the ball. 28-21, they lead. 1st and 10 with 9 minutes and 26 seconds still remaining in this game. And I'm very curious. I'm quizzical. I'm wondering, can the Chiefs' magic work out? Can they somehow get the ball back? And will the Cowboys choke, to be honest? Yeah, I can't lie to you guys. Watching this on film, this was a stunning play, mainly because of what Spags called and the fact that Brian Schottenheimer was just out-coaching him the entire game. So what you're going to see here is they try to blitz McDuffie off the edge, right? And this guy, he picks it up, but what that leaves is, I was wondering live how CD was able to win. Well, he's just got to beat a safety back here. And maybe they're expecting a run and just to have McDuffie in on you know what I mean, run stopping. But to only blitz him and not blitz any of these other guys is just extremely strange to me, right? And the Cowboys, I mean, they seem to be ready with this guy in blocking. So I'll show it to you again. I'll show it to you guys. We're just going to show the blitz here. Boom. And then Luke on the block. That part, we could just start right there. Because that's a huge component. You see the motion up top. But yeah, that blitz, boom, Luke on the block. Great pocket. It was a play fake, but look at the time. So you've blitzed your cornerback, right, Spags? You've got no pressure. And now you have a one-on-one with the safety, and CD is just out over here. Boom. And you look at that. I mean, CD cooked them, right? Like, CD is just super duper. We'll show it to you guys. We'll go back a little bit so you can see just how bad he kind of cooks them on this route. But you look at CD. I mean, this is real good stuff out of them, man. And Dak just throwing a perfect pass. CD cooking them. 51 yards on this play. And what that ends up doing, well, we'll show it to you also from a different angle so you can see it. What this also ends up doing as well is flips the field, right? You so quick lose your advantage of being on the 10-yard line defensively. And just, what a catch, man. So you lose that advantage of being on the 10-yard line. And then he goes to the 40. And now the Cowboys are like down the field. You see CD out there celebrating. He's hype. And I got to just be honest, man. I think that kind of killed the spirit of the team. Now, they came back. They were able to score a touchdown. But the Cowboys end up kicking a field goal here, going up 31-21. Chiefs score a touchdown, but then the Cowboys don't get off the field the rest of the game and end up winding down the clock. So impressive win. I love just attacking in that situation, not waiting for the Chiefs to possibly come from behind, but trusting their players. And that's why they end up winning this game. And for the Chiefs, yikes. You look at them right here. They are now the 9 seed. They are 6-6. You see the Bills are right here as your 7th seed. That's a terrible line. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm about to use the line filter. Anyway, you see this is your line of demarcation for the playoffs. You see really where the Chiefs are all the way down here. And remember, they've lost to this team, the Bills. They've lost to this team and the Jags and this team. Now, this team they will get to at least play again later in the season, but without those two tiebreakers, and now you're just so far behind both the Bills and the Jags. Like, this is going to be tough for them to climb back into the playoff race, something that I didn't think was possible at the beginning of the season. Speaking of things I didn't think were possible, it's alive. The Cowboys are now slowly crawling back into the playoff race. Now, the tough thing for them, right, is that the NFC it has a slightly tougher line of demarcation. When you look at the 49ers right now at 8-4, however, and God, I hate to say this, but we can't lie. I mean, with that 6-5 record, they are slowly climbing back. And the Eagles right now lost again at 8-4. They're only a game and a half back. So the Cowboys have two possible paths right back into the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. But I mean, you can't lie. Right now they are rolling. They've won 3 in a row, and they look extremely impressive. And I just got to be honest. You look at the Chiefs going forward. I mean, man, you get the Texans next. We saw what they did to Josh Allen. The Chargers after that. Yes, the Chargers are sinking, but they still have 7 wins. And then the Broncos yet again. They kind of have to win out to have a chance at the playoffs. Can't lose any of those games. And just the way that they're playing, I don't know if we can just keep expecting that to happen when we haven't seen it all season. So the Chiefs, season on life support. And you just got to go 1 week at a time. Next week against Houston. And for the Cowboys, when you look, I mean, yes, right, you got Detroit next week. That's a huge game. Both teams right now out of the playoffs. I think the loser of that might be done, just considering how high they have to climb. But then you get this J.J. McCarthy situation. Yikes. The Chargers, I mean, we talked about with the Chiefs. That could be iffy. You're going to be coming off of the Eagles and the Chiefs after that. They could be sinking. And then you get the division that you own. So, I mean, a really good position right now for them to possibly climb back and somehow and that miraculously actually get back into the playoff race and maybe make a run. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.